I love ad-libs, yo. I love ad-libs. I love 90s ad-libs, early 2000 ad-libs. Like, ooh, they don't ad-lib the same no more. They just be making sounds now. Like, I love my ad-libs.
This is a really trash era of R&B.
It's not memorable like that. But I was catching myself. I don't know. I think I was in the shower or something like that. Or maybe I was just getting dressed or something. But I was like, yours, mine's, ours. And I was like, ooh. I said, okay, bring it back. It felt timeless for me at that point.
What the fuck is that?
That's that Mooney hours. Hours and hours and hours.
Nope.
Yeah, because nobody be doing what they need to be doing for you, Greg, because they would have been played that song. I played the shit out of that song. It was for some hours, Greg. It was on repeat. I'm surprised you. It was even on like social media, like they did like TikTok, everything.
I probably do know, but the way you sing it, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. I have no idea what song you're talking about.
Okay, I'm gonna show you who she is because I don't want to mess up her name. I think I definitely.
Well, that's gonna make it even worse. I don't know none of these new niggas.
Mooney Long. I know. I had
Absolutely don't even know who that is. That's like a made up character. Nope.
Really?
No.
Really?
I have no idea who that is.
Yo, I be putting them on my headphones. And I be going to work, Greg. This song be giving me motivation. Kelly Rowland. No pun intended.
That's my shit.
Bottom up.
Rain on my head. Call it brainstorming.
I don't even.
That's not a good bar? You don't get it.
Yeah, no, I get it.
That's not a good bar?
Yeah, it's cool. I like. Oh, that's what you wanted.
Suck a dick.
Let's do it again. Let's do that. Run it back. Run it back, Greg.
No.
Okay, I'll cut it.
No.
And then I'll start right here. Yo! Bars! Run it back.
Banter!
Rain on my head, I call it brainstorming.
Banter
Greg.
question for today. That's my new jump, just ignoring you. And moving forward in life.
No, that's exactly what you shown me.
Shut the fuck up. See, look, right here, moving on. Banter. Who is a famous person
I don't know why you think I care about these people like that.
that you would like to meet? Could be dead or alive. And whatever you consider famous.
You go first, man.
Oh, I don't have a person yet. I was thinking.
Out of all them things. Out of
The
all
other
them
ones was
things.
trash. It was trash.
You the one that took them. You didn't even you just grabbed the side. You didn't even try to like, oh, these might be good.
No.
I could have thought of one better than that. That I want to meet. Okay. Usually you're so good because you've thought about banter that you already have an answer, and now we're here.
That we're on even playing fields.
Yeah, this is not it. Okay.
The first person to ever do a podcast? You don't want to meet that person?
No.
After what made you think of this?
No. I think podcast has evolved, and I'm so proud of them that they did. But Google is going to tell us that.
Yo, sidebar.
Yeah.
We'll come back to this.
Sure.
But you know what? I'll wait.
No. Let's go to sidebar because we're not here.
We are here.
Yeah, but
come on, think. Let's go. Come on. Let's get into it. Who you want to meet? Dead or alive?
In what aspect?
Doesn't matter. Somebody that you want to meet. Somebody famous. Dead or alive? Whatever you consider fame.
I don't have no one's really.
Pop it up. Sure, I got somebody. It's gonna sound bad, cliche, but I don't care.
Stephen A.
Who?
Joe Biden.
I don't meet that nigga.
Oh.
I bet Joe Biden actually. But
he's from Jersey, so I feel like
Jersey all day. I just saw Oppenheimer. I would love to meet that nigga.
The actual Oppenheimer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the movie. Are you going to see the movie?
No.
Okay. So the movie is about the trial of Oppenheimer.
Okay.
It's not
the actual like action packed.
I mean they show the creation of the atomic bomb and everything. But the plot of the movie is about him on trial to make sure he needed his clearance renewed.
Okay.
Like for the government or whatever. And they asked him, because he was the leader of the atomic bomb, like of the creation of it, it seemed like they threw his morality into question. Like, how dare you make something like this?
Yeah, but see, that's easy. I can argue that because my job wasn't the morality; it was what I played a part in it.
Absolutely, and that was his his thing. But the crazy thing is, at the end of the movie, he comes to ask himself the same question: how dare I make something like this?
Okay, so
it's a good ass movie.
Okay, so you're. I wish you would have used that for your new dialogue. That'd have been great. Yeah. Oh, you don't have anything else?
Oh no, so that's why I would want to meet him to ask him like, damn, how do you feel this country? You want to talk about this country fucking someone over? Mm-hmm. Ooh, they put it in his butthole many times with no Vaseline. That shit's terrible.
I'm screaming. Yeah. I don't know if it's because I'm just in a space where I don't know. I'm thinking about people that I'm really. I thought about my dad, of course, but he's not famous. He's famous to me.
There's no famous person that even intrigues you enough to be like, oh shit, I met this person. If you were to meet them.
Okay. If I would have met them. I was gonna say like Oprah.
You wanna be Oprah?
Yes.
Why?
Because despite whatever her, there are some. She's not the perfect picture of a mogul, but it is a woman that started from just talking to people, and then on top of that, building a network, and now has her hands in books and magazines and has built her empire just based off her interactions with people, wanting to know their story, wanting to share her own story, wanting to build and low-key break down some communities. But I would definitely want to understand the mindset, because she also didn't have like the easiest journey to there. But I'd be very curious to know the parts of what she hasn't shared, because I feel like she shared so much, but I feel like for anyone with success, there are some things that you may have held back that you may have not shown with anyone. And I would hope that I'd be able to build a relationship with her to really understand her psyche, because that woman has achieved so much, has a man she don't have to marry, has not gone anywhere, and still been able to navigate the life the way that she wants and sees fit. I had something else in my head, but I feel like I would be very curious and understand how her mind works.
Why was that so difficult?
It was because she was not the first person in my mind at all.
So why didn't you just say the first person on your mind?
Because this is my dad, and he's not famous.
It's somebody you've never met.
Yeah, that's what I get that, but that was the first when you already just said you said Dead or Alive. Like
Got it.
I can talk to anybody again. Like I want to pick his brain. Like he was like a very highly creative. But yeah, we'll use her because right now I don't know. There's actually like so many more people that I probably would want to meet, but to have a conversation and move forward, let's not even work on those. Let's get into them things, shall we?
All right. Shout out to you, Oprah.
Oprah. Well, I'm just saying that you have either underestimated the thought process of this woman.
You don't think I prepared?
This is too much.
This is every week, bro.
I'm ready.
The gist of this conversation is that I'm right and y'all wrong.
Gigi.
That's like a car.
I don't even think they can hear you. I can't.
You never can hear me though.
Yeah, but that Europe sounded weak.
Cause it was weak.
Damn. Greg ain't getting no ass.
You ain't getting no penis.
Nah.
You see, that's called projection. Projection, people. The word of the day. Projection.
We know today. All right.
Welcome to Convo 127 and Just a Convo with Greg and Conversation. I keep, it's because of the hashtag.
Be better. I'm here.
Just a Conversation with Greg and Gigi.
There we go.
I'm the person that talked first.
So we so proud of that.
And I'm joined by my projecting sister. What are you projecting
It's
today?
like you're my mirror.
Clearly.
My mirror's looking
But
back
I ain't
at
looking
me.
back at you, my nigga.
You looking back at me right now?
No, I ain't.
Oh. Okay.
How are you? Projector?
I'm sorry. Because you got something I didn't.
That's not the point. Don't try to project on me.
Hi, everyone. Low key, I didn't even think that I was gonna share this on my spirit, but there's so much death around me. I feel like it's just this encountering thing for 2023 for me, where it's just like I don't know if it's a way of. No, I think that's what it is. Like, maybe it's just kind of trying to remind me to appreciate life and to, like, kind of move forward. Because it's just, like, there's so many people that are going. Conspiracy theory, them shots might be doing some shit. It's like, I feel like they got us locked into something. They're like, you know, these people got to go this time. And you know what? These type of people. Because now, I don't know. Conspiracy theory. We're going to move on
That's
to that.
a conspiracy theory. We do not know for sure that
allegedly,
any of that stuff
it's not
is true.
You know what? You want me to take it out? I'll take it out.
Ain't that serious.
I know. But that it is scary that, like, you know, just even people that didn't seem unhealthy that are just going away so fast. Like, it's, you know, and even if they weren't, certain things that you would think that they would have pulled through from, they're not. And it's like, it's getting a little scary out there because, you know, even now being so open to social media and even the internet, that we can Google anything, we can understand what foods do to us, that even people are being more healthy, but it's not stopping death at all. I'm sorry to be morbid, but that's just something that I've been, like, it's been a reoccurring thing this year for me, and it's just like, ooh, I'm happy I went to a wedding. At least I got to celebrate love and happiness and evolution, because everything else just been like, whew. Outside of that, I've been just Trying to be great, I want to say. I don't have anything specific really to say, except that, no, I'll talk about it later. I'll talk about that later. Greg, how are you?
All right. I'm cool. Chilling. All right. Yeah. I feel you on the whole death thing. Feel you on that. But yeah, you know, it's a rough season.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Shit, it's been a rough like that. If I feel like it's one season, you know how we supposed to have 4? Nah, it's 1, 2.
Yeah, I think
seems like I've been like this
it's been
season.
a rough year.
Yeah, like we came back outside. Like I said before, we came back outside, and everything was just like, just put me back inside. Yeah, put me back.
Yeah, you know, you feeling the roughness, and
Yeah.
can't let it knock you down. Though. Well, can't let it keep you down. I should say it'll knock you down a couple of times, but
Yeah.
keep getting back up, people. That's what I tell myself every day. Figure out what's keeping you down, and then get back up from it.
Sometimes you're your own worst enemy. And the thing is that just look in the mirror and understand that you want to win, you want to win you. Are you trying to help me with the words? You want yourself to win, right? At the end of the day, regardless of how you feel. And so when you take the moment to understand that, like, just take a step back, take a deep breath. And I'm talking to y'all like I'm talking to me because shit is crazy.
Projection.
Let's get into topics, Craig.
What?
I'm good. I like your ad-libs. It was good. You should have been an R&B singer in the 90s.
Oh, damn. What am I top? Oh, who you want to go first? Me or you?
You.
Cool. Topic. How do you feel about titles in a relationship?
Okay. So.
And we could go anywhere we want with this.
Good, because I want to talk about, like, time frames. I feel like even, like, growing up, right? Yep. I feel like when you were, like, in my teenage years, I'm going to say, where I feel like I was actually in a relationship, title meant everything.
Yep.
Like, if I wasn't your girlfriend, then I'm not your girlfriend.
Yeah.
And so, but as you start getting older,
yeah,
I feel like titles are relevant, but it also depends on the circumstances. Because sometimes titles don't change or define anything or help anything. Sometimes titles kind of mess up things. I think titles, especially when two individuals have different expectations of what those titles mean to them.
Preach on it.
That I think that, okay, that I think that sometimes that can be misconstrued because it could weigh differently for each individual. But if I go to me,
yeah,
which I felt like I was more in general, but still for me when I was younger,
that was a good generalization because the generalization was correct.
I thank you. And then like for me, at one point, I'm gonna put it like this. If you know you want to be in a relationship, then maybe the title isn't what you're looking for. Maybe the communication of I want to be with you and you want to be with me is more understanding than what that means for us. Mm-hmm. But then at the same time, if now I'm supposedly with you and someone asks me if I have a man, do I say yes? Do I assume?
So what confirmation do you need?
That's what I'm saying. It's not even about, it's because we can have the conversation of, I'm not going nowhere. You're not going nowhere. We're going to do this together.
Or, okay, let me phrase it to you this way, right? Because I understand what you're saying. I get that. Let's say when y'all alone.
Yeah.
He says, I want you to be my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I want you, you say, cool, you could be my boyfriend.
Okay.
In public, right? At this age.
Okay.
Are you saying this is your boyfriend?
No, that's my man. I'm not saying boyfriend. But you mean like, if we've established that we are exclusive?
Exclusive. Yeah.
Exclusive. Sorry, y'all. I'm a little. If we've established that we're exclusive, then yeah, I have a man.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But if we decide that we just want to be in each other's lives, but you haven't established that you're committing to me.
So in private, you need the title.
Okay. So
But
what's the
in
difference
public-
between private and public?
So in private, like I said, it's just y'all two. Y'all talking to y'all having this conversation.
Yeah.
I want you to be my girlfriend. Okay, cool. You be my boyfriend.
Okay, so then
that's a private conversation. Nobody else is around, just y'all. But now y'all in public.
Yeah, but now I have a man because we've had that conversation.
I understand that. But
Okay.
are you saying like this is your boyfriend, or are you saying this is my man?
What's the difference?
Now we cooking with fish.
Okay.
With fish grease, right?
Okay. Why I gotta be fish grease?
I like fish.
It smell funny. Go ahead.
That's true. So do you think saying boyfriend and girlfriend sounds kiddish?
No, I just think it's about the dynamic of how you grew up and how what's your vernacular.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some people say pop, some people say soda. Like, I think that if you understood the relationship and your dynamic, it don't matter what you title it to anybody else. They're gonna have their own perception how it is.
Fair.
Is that your man? But does that man know that's your man? Like, it doesn't change anything.
Okay, I got that. Okay, now can we just like hone it all in on you, right? So no, because it's getting
Okay.
right? So if, like I said, so we've established that you and old boy have said boyfriend and girlfriend.
Okay.
Right, and you are okay with him calling you his girlfriend.
Okay.
Like saying Gigi is my girlfriend.
Or his woman.
He says girlfriend.
I need you to. You have
That's what he wants to say.
Okay, and can we go into the idea of, can you break down, because I feel like because you're using these words so
Intently?
adamantly, intently, sorry, that I need you to, maybe you need to define that there's a difference between when a man calls his woman, and his woman, his
I don't think so. I don't think there's a difference at all.
So why
it's literally about the term.
His
It's
woman
literally
and
the words.
His woman and his girlfriend are two different things, or they're the same?
For me, they mean the same thing.
Okay, but in your terms, when you're explaining it to me,
do they mean the same thing for you?
I would think so.
So if he never said this is my woman, he only says this is my girlfriend. This is my girlfriend Gigi. This is my girlfriend. This is my girlfriend. Girlfriend Gigi.
Yeah.
Girlfriend. This is my girlfriend.
Okay.
He never says like this is my woman. That's okay.
Are we married?
No.
I don't.
You're just in a relationship. It doesn't bother you.
Not that I don't see why I need to. Hey! I'm not your girlfriend. I'm your woman. I'm not gonna do that.
So you don't. That's cool. I'm just asking a question
because you do think. Because what I'm saying, I want you to. If you're asking me if it bothers me, there has to be a sense of there's a difference to it.
No, for me,
so
there
speak
isn't.
outside the box of you telling me that there's a difference to it.
Like,
be devil's advocate.
It's not even devil's advocate. It's like some people put age limits on terms, on titles. Like, boyfriend and girlfriend is for people in their teenage years.
Okay.
But when you get older, it's like man and this is my man, this is my girl, this is my woman.
So it's just vernacular because
girl
is just a shortened version of girlfriend, and
absolutely.
So it's like that sounds very frivolous and petty to me. Unless you have it's like I don't like men calling me mama or shorty. Yeah. I'm not answering to you.
Okay,
like
so now, what if your friend or your boyfriend, your man, he is introducing you to his parents.
Okay.
And he says, "This is my friend Gigi."
That's different. Well, no, that's not different. Maybe. Okay, let me take 3 steps back. You took 3 steps back too.
I did.
I think it needs to be the conversation of how I'm meeting them. I'm not gonna go walk into their parents' house not understanding my role in this. Like, fun fact, fun story. I'll even give you a story. So it's Thanksgiving, a couple of years ago.
Thanksgiving of 2020.
No, absolutely not.
I don't know. It was because you didn't have a year.
No, because this is like early, maybe like 2015, maybe. I was with my ex and we had Thanksgiving together. Like 1 year he was with my family, the following year I was gonna be like we kind of alternated. Thank you. Our Thanksgivings with our families. This one time we drove to Virginia together. And at this time, he has had a child, right? But this family that we've met has never met the child or the baby mom. This time they meet me, the child, and they automatically assume that I'm the baby mom. But then he explained to them that I'm his girlfriend, that I'm not the baby mom. And everybody was receptive. But I didn't have the conversation with him before because I just automatically assumed that they knew that his girlfriend was coming. But I forgot the idea that this man has a baby and that I
That's different from what I'm asking.
What do you?
Because
if he would have called me his friend at that point in time, that would have been weird.
Yes.
That's what I'm giving you. Just giving you the idea that not only was I not just considered the friend, they thought I was actually the baby mother.
For sure.
Okay.
So,
but I was actually the girlfriend. So for them, it was weird that they was around a toddler and his girlfriend, and they still haven't met.
So how did that make you feel?
Weird at first, but it was okay. The girls ended up that was his cousins, but the little girls thought he was very attractive, so they were so focused on that. And then the family ended up liking me, and we all played games, and it was fine. But at first it was weird because everyone was asking me questions, obviously because I was holding the toddler, so toddler was with me, and it was just it's not my baby. But if he would have called me just his friend after I'm holding his baby, after we drove to Virginia from Jersey, I'm handing him the baby back, and I'm taking the car, I'm going home. Y'all figure it out.
That's deep.
But yeah, go back to that's not what you were saying?
Sort of.
I've also met someone's mother, and I've been introduced as a friend.
Were you his friend?
Yeah, we were just really humping on each other. I can't really say that was my man, so I was.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Well,
but why? Why am I meeting her anyway?
That's a whole nother topic.
You know what I'm saying? It's that's where it's just let's advance it.
Yeah. That's a whole other topic in itself.
We just humping, but I'm meeting your parents. They have low hopes for you. Or maybe you don't care who meets your parents.
That's me. You can meet my mom any day of the week. That means absolutely nothing.
Okay, so maybe that's a thing too. Even over the phone?
For me it is.
Even over the phone?
And I don't care. You could meet my mom in the supermarket. I'll give a shit for.
I'm talking about you introducing the person to your mom, not them just meeting your mom. That's life. That's what I'm asking.
That what?
You introducing them to your mom, not that. People can meet anybody in the street. I'm talking about you proactively introducing them to your mom.
That means absolutely nothing to me.
Okay.
And you should take it as nothing.
Okay.
And if you do, I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay. It doesn't bother me. I've never met your mom.
You did meet my mom.
Yes, I did. I'm sorry. Yes, I did meet your mom.
I
didn't think that was a thing. In my mind, I didn't meet her, but I only met her once, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay. That's fine. Maybe twice. And moving on. This is what I can say about titles, where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
I'll speak about that. Wait, you never said anything.
I did. I gave you a lot of answers.
What about you? How do you feel specifically?
About what?
Titles.
I think I'm on the same lines as you. As long as have a conversation about what this title means. I think people put expectations on titles that don't need to be there. I think that's just in relationships in general, though.
No, that's not about relationships. This is about the expectation of the person that has for anybody that they decided
No, that
to
is about relationships. I think people have not unrealistic. I don't think people talk about the expectations of each other in a relationship, and because it's never spoken about, in some cases, not all cases, but I've seen it many times, where people don't communicate what they need or what they want, so the other party automatically assumes and drive themselves crazy trying to please somebody. When I'm like, I didn't ask for any of that stuff. I don't need any of that stuff. You're deciding to do that, and then they feel crazy. I'm just saying. I think that's the same thing in titles. It's
it just sounds like someone that's obsessed with you, but I understand.
I guess.
Because I think that and maybe I've even probably even been there at one point in a previous like relationship at one point in time. But when you do get to a point where you feel like you're not able to please your partner and you've been your best self, I don't think it's no longer like it's not. You've made it now your problem. I feel like if you are the best version of yourself that you can be for that person, especially like how they find you attractive, like I have maintained or elevated from that person that you have met, it kind of throws me off that I need to be in that space with you.
I don't get you.
What do you mean?
I don't think I just understood what you said. Say it again. Because you don't even remember what you said.
I do remember what I said, but I'm just trying to gather my thoughts. Let's run it back. What did you say that made me?
I'm trying to figure out what you said.
Okay, remember, what did you say? I was responding to you. Wait.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we in the same boat.
No, we not.
Yeah, so you got to tell me what you said that made me respond to you. I had to respond to you.
Cause I was saying, people not communicating their expectations, and you said that it sounds like somebody just obsessed with me, and then on some shit.
Oh no, the idea that yes, okay, so. If I am, because I know because it's crazy because I've been in a situation where I felt that way, where I feel like I'm doing all these different things, doing all these different tricks, like going out of myself to let the person know that I'm like in tune with them. Like I want you to be great. Like I want to do all these things for you, but not realizing that it's really the simplest things is the reason why I'm here. It's not about all those other things, but I'm driving myself crazy, focusing on the idea.
You don't think a conversation about his expectations and needs would have alleviated that?
Yes, but I think that's a both of y'all problem in that aspect because those expectations should have been set already.
That's what I said.
Before.
That's what I said.
But it makes it sound like this is not happening.
It's not.
I hear you. I'm here now. And we're back. I'm here now.
Yeah, that's my thing about titles. Just if you talk about what these titles mean, cool.
Okay, but
if you
shouldn't
don't,
people ask questions? So if I say like, I want you to be my man, and you be like, I am your man.
Nah, what does that mean? I'm your man. That's my question.
No, what would be your expectation? If I say you my man and you say, okay, I'm your man, what is your expectation of being my man? Automatically in
my
your head.
My expectation does matter, but I'd rather see where your head is at first.
Okay, but we on the same, we vibing. We on the same page. I'm feeling you, you feeling me. I'm like, I want you to be my man. You say, okay, and you my woman. And what does that mean for you? Just think about that scenario. Don't go out of the scenario. Uh-huh. Tell me about the scenario. When you say that, and you're agreeing, what does that mean for you?
That means that we are exclusive.
I don't know why I'm talking with my hands.
I don't know, Krabby. That means we're exclusive. We are working towards something else.
Okay.
For me, this is talking about for me.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah, and there's like we have broken this layer of trust, intimacy, just really little to no barriers at that point. And we like, I have freedom to do and say certain things.
At that point.
Yes.
Like, I hate that dress you got on.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You could say it in a better way, Greg.
Yeah.
Okay. I would hope you do. I got this mosquito bite that's making me feel. I started and now it's going to keep going. I believe that. I do. I'm sorry. Like, bugs like to bite me, you guys. Like, all the time. I hate when I'm outside. And, like, where I live at, there's a lot of trees and bushes and stuff like that. So there's always bugs all the time. Anyways. Whew. I don't know. Where we was.
You suck, bro. We moving on.
No. This mosquito bite is really messing me up. You know when you start to itch it and then it just keeps...
Put your hand behind your back or something. I don't know.
I'm not going to do that. Okay. Titles for you is that you explained to me what that means. Has there ever been a situation where it was different?
No.
It has been for me.
Really?
Yeah. I
Their
feel
expectations didn't meet yours?
my expectations didn't meet theirs.
Yeah.
Yes. Because I don't use "you're my man" very loosely. And so
As you shouldn't.
if somebody tells me that they're my person and they don't act like or make me feel like they're my person, then are you really my person? Because at this point I feel like I would feel, I can't speak on the other person's behalf, that I've been what's the word? Transparent in what I'm looking for when I'm calling you my person. And so if you're not there, then are you my person? If I'm telling you these are the things that I'm looking for, I think it's full. I think that it's a 360. There's a whole pie and it's cut up in a couple of parts where it's not just that. It's like communication. It's about consistency. It's about security. Like there's so many other things that just plays into that.
So what was their expectation?
That I was just gonna be there. Like I'm not going nowhere. Like I'm here.
Got it.
Right. As long as you're here. The fact that at any point in time I can see you, whether it's a week from now, 2 months from now, a year from now, that if I have the ability to see you and I have access to you, then that's okay. That's what it is.
This person said that you my girl?
Yes. Well, in that aspect, yes. Yes.
What aspect?
What do you mean? In the conversation, yes. Like I'm not saying that you're my man without him saying that I'm his girl.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's some crazy shit.
That's why I like to ask women or men. I know you're not in a relationship, but do you think someone's in a relationship with you?
Big facts.
Because that could be a whole different ball game.
Big facts. Then I don't understand how.
Say it. Say your words. Use your words, Greg.
Did he understand that when you say man, like you my man, like you my boyfriend? Was that the expectation for you?
Yes, because
like would you consider him,
if
like,
I'm
this is
claiming
your boyfriend?
you, if I'm claiming you, and outside the idea of we become polyamorous or open relationship, that's different. But if I'm claiming you, then that's exclusivity. I don't need to. I don't need
You were
to
claiming this person.
Yes, and the person
So
I would assume
you would say this is an ex relationship.
Okay.
I'm asking.
An ex relationship.
Like this is an ex.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Or no?
Yes. I don't know what you're asking. I'm confused.
Would you consider like you? I know you have ex boyfriends.
Yes.
Is this an ex boyfriend?
Sure. I don't know if you want me to say yes or no. I might be incriminating myself, so I'm going to say yes.
Because if it's a yes,
yeah.
Did he see you as his girlfriend?
And that's what I'm saying. I guess not. Like in the scheme of things, if there was I want you to be my woman, I want you to be my man, okay, great. But the things that I needed from you or even the idea of those expectations of exclusivity or us being with each other, that's what wasn't happening. There was a disconnect there. So were we really together, or you were just trying to claim me so nobody else could talk to me?
It sounded like one of y'all was in a relationship.
Yeah, with somebody else. It wasn't with me. Shit.
Wait. Hold up. Wait. I'm not even talking about the nigga. I think you was in a relationship with him and he wasn't in one with you.
I was in a relationship with him. And
that has to be the case.
At that point, yeah. That's how I ended up feeling. Initially, that wasn't the case because we had a conversation. I was like, oh, okay, we're doing this together. And I was like, oh, I'm doing this by myself.
So he was lying. I'm not even lying. Do you think he was lying or he just didn't understand?
No, I believe that he just didn't want me to be with anyone else. I believe that he had this mindset that like,
I was like, I have to do this. If I don't do this, is she gone?
No, it's just that
entrapment.
Yes, that I need. No, I don't. I think it's the idea like there's some men that, but like they are territorial and they want to be outside, but they don't want what they've already pissed on to go be outside.
That's every man.
No, there's some men that don't care. Like, I fucked it. Let's move next.
Until
like
it's the person.
But are they really that person? Because it doesn't change the idea that you want to be outside. But they're not.
No, I agree with you.
Yes.
But I'm saying to them, I think hit me if I'm wrong.
Like in your face?
Men are no stupid. I'm talking about like tweet me or something. All men are territorial. All men are territorial.
I met some men that are not.
They wasn't for you. They feel like you were their territory. But there is somebody out there that they feel like this is my territory.
I'm screaming.
It sounds mad misogynistic, but it's the truth.
Yeah, I'm happy that you know that.
A lot of things people say sound misogynistic.
Okay.
I'm not a misogynist.
No.
But it's still, that's what it is. It's like, like a dog. A dog pisses on a fire hydrant. That's my fucking fire hydrant. Come near it. I dare you.
No, but and then the other dog smell it and he be like, I'm about to piss on top of this. Yeah. Then you understand that there's a lot of dogs that walk by the fire hydrant and piss.
Just because he's running through people, there is somebody or some people that he feel like is off limits for other people.
Understood. But that is unfair to the person. That doesn't change the fact that
women do it too.
But it doesn't change the fact that the man is still outside.
And it doesn't change the fact that the woman is still outside.
Okay, but that's sometimes it's the mindset of the woman. Because sometimes the woman believes in that man. There's some women that understand that their man going to be outside and they don't want no other penis except him. And then there's other women that said, oh, you want to be outside? Well, I'm going to be outside too. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. But then there's also in situations where...
No, but there's women who wants to go have sex with other people, but still don't want nobody to have sex with her nigga.
Absolutely. But does it change the... Oh, and he doesn't have sex with no one else?
No.
Okay. You know what? You were right. That is that. I'm not going to tell you that that's wrong.
That's crazy.
And no, but how's that crazy?
From both parties.
How when you think about how that works?
Either way, I think that's weird.
That I could go hump on somebody and you just can't do it because the idea of you doing it, I would never want you again. It's so repulsive, and you're just like
that just sounds fucked up. So you can think about that, but I can't.
Yeah, so I can't feel the same way that you come back with some dirty dick, but you're concerned that somebody gonna stretch out my pussy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
When you say it out loud, it even sounds dumber.
Yeah, like either play the game.
Turn that shit off.
Yo, that was good. I like that. Look, we ain't stray. We did good.
Girl, go to your topic.
And that's where we are. This is even better because we're on the same wave. So my topic is, do you believe that drunken thoughts...
She's reading it and still fucked it up.
Yeah, I'm lit. Speak sober thoughts.
Say it again.
All right. Do you believe that drunken thoughts speak sober truths?
Yes.
I say yes and no.
It's no goddamn yes or no. It's yes.
Okay. Tell me your truth. You think that. Why? Why do you think that?
Because there's no filter. Like, none whatsoever. At that point, it's the first thing that comes up in your mind.
Possibly. Can I give you perspective? But I want you to finish your thought.
Go for it. No, I want to hear the perspective.
Okay.
Because
I'm also thinking about the idea that sometimes certain alcohol beverages or even, other paraphernalia that you may tap into may alter certain senses or enhance certain senses. I feel like sometimes, like, even though it may be that truth for that moment, like, you're horny. But doesn't mean that technically that you should be having that sex with that person. You just happen to be horny. The person's happen to be there. You want to have it. It's not really your truth. It's just how you're feeling for a moment.
It's the truth. Because the truth right now is you're horny.
Okay. I can't even fight that. I can't fight that. But is it really your truth? Because it's like, I'm gonna put it in perspective.
I like this horny topic.
A lapse
I
of
got a
judgment
whole story.
doesn't, and you don't act on it, doesn't mean you actually made the mistake. Just means you may have thought about it.
Say that one more time.
A lapse of judgment
Uh-huh.
doesn't mean that you made the mistake if you didn't act on it.
Of course not.
So my thing is, in a sense of you not being intoxicated, you're able to use your cognitive, logical way to. You're able to then make, like, I can definitely have sex with her. And the idea that you know that you could have sex with her, but X, Y, and Z will happen if I have sex with her. This may change. You're more perceptive of how this can affect you later. Now, granted, it doesn't change the fact that you wanted to have sex with her as a sober person. But when I feel like you're drunk, you would automatically do it, even though you may have thought about it. But I think there would have been more hesitancy because you weren't. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you agree with me. There's no in this situation.
Yeah.
No, it is not, because in the scenario you just gave, when the man is sober, he was like, "Damn, she look good. I would pipe." But I'm in a relationship, don't want to do that, mess with my relationship because I really love my girl. Still doesn't change the fact. The truth is, I would hit.
Okay.
So now I'm drunk. The truth is, I will hit. There's no barriers to my cognitive thinking. She make a move, is done.
That's not okay.
It's not. Oh, I don't think it's
But that's
okay.
what I'm saying. Like, I feel
But
like you could still have the
drunk thought. The drunk truth
Yeah.
did the sober thought.
I guess. I think sometimes you may. Okay, I'm gonna say sometimes you could be on 30%, but being drunk will put you on 100, where you could have just been on 30%. So although you may have thought about it, you probably would have never reacted on it. But I feel like if you were going to react on it, you was more on the over 50% mark than the 30% mark at that moment. Because I feel like even as a man, like, there are men that been in relationships that have been drunk in situations with women that are attractive, but understood that no matter what, they just not. The idea that you were already teetering, I feel like you have to be teetering. Like, because I don't think that every drunken man in a situation with females that want him will just jump on the idea. I think if you're teetering, when you're close to that 50% mark, you're more closely to make those mistakes than someone that may have thought about it at 30%, 20%, 10%. I don't automatically think that because you may have thought about it and now you're drunk and you're in a situation, you're going to do it. I don't believe that.
You do.
I don't believe that.
You're saying it though.
But I don't believe that.
You don't believe that, okay. If someone soberly,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
If they was like, damn, I would do X, Y, and Z to that girl. I would do it. This is my sober thoughts.
Okay. Are you single?
No.
Okay. So I'm just gonna, and I'm sorry.
Jump in.
In the previous episode, you are a man that doesn't cheat.
Yeah.
If you already got that in your mind,
For sure.
you planted the seed.
Not me.
No, well, in this scenario, it's you.
Okay.
You planted the seed. That means these are already thoughts that you have in your mind. Now, if you've already pressed go in your head, that's not a me problem, that's a you problem, because now at that point, you're no longer at 30%. You're now at 50, and
What do you
now
think I'm arguing?
the idea that the thoughts in my mind doesn't guarantee that I'm going to act on them whether I'm drunk or not. If I find a man attractive and I wanted to do something and I was in a relationship, I am not going to automatically say, oh, okay, we're going to do this.
So we're saying
now.
the truth is in action right now.
What do you mean?
Because when I was thinking, the initial question was I was thinking about like people saying word vomit.
Okay.
Right? I believe that's 1,000%.
Okay, and I'm not telling you that that's wrong, because the point of my conversation does bring up the fact that I feel like there is an individual in my life that when they are lit, I feel like they're the most vulnerable.
For sure.
That's the time where their guards are down. They're more receptive to me. They actually talk to me. I can hear where they're really coming from. There's emotion in it. Like, I'm starting to, like, I hear feelings. And that scares me, because it was like, but in a sober situation, You can't even fathom the idea of having these conversations. And in a unsober situation, you're inviting these conversations. You're proactively wanting to have these conversations, and that's like, why do I have to have you lit in order for me to have a real conversation with you? Because in my mind, you have to be in an altered state in order to talk about your feelings, and you're supposed to be accept that as a sober person, because you can't even say that in my face when you are clear mind. That's scary.
They don't trust you.
But they've told me in their most vulnerable state.
It makes no. It's a. I guess the best way of putting it is like, no, retract that statement. It's not that they don't trust you. It's a fear. I would call it. I think it's mostly fear. Fear of being vulnerable. No one wants to be vulnerable. No one wakes up out of bed and say, "Let me be vulnerable." I think that when you find your person or someone that you like are digging like that, you do wake up in, because you realize that's the only way this relationship is going to grow, right? But that comes with intentionality. Like, you are intentional about what you want to build with this person. If there's no if a sober mind is guarded, then I think that's just just them being fearful. Or I think that's just being, to me, that's just being fearful 1,000%.
But you still believe that once they drink, like, that's the truth.
Absolutely.
You don't think some people lie when they drunk?
No.
You think they only could tell the truth?
I think so. 1,000%.
I think that everybody has their truth, and then there's the truth.
No, I think it's only no. I think it's only their truth. They can only have their truth.
No, if in the court of law, I have my truth, you have your truth, and then there's actually the truth. There's always three sides to the story.
Yeah, but
how I feel is what's the word?
Perspective? What?
No, how I feel supersedes everything else.
Yeah, I guess it depends on who you
are.
For me, it does. The truth always wins.
My conclusion in that, how I really feel is that, like, I'm indifferent to the idea, because I believe that I want to believe that a drunken mind speaks sober thoughts, but it also makes me feel some way that I would also want to understand that you can have those same feelings with a clear mind, and the fact that you need to alter your sense of self in order to be vulnerable with someone kind of tells you that, like you said, that you're either fearful or scared, or haven't allowed yourself to be secure with that person to let them know about your feelings, but you're still doing it anyway.
So it's like,
but in a toxic way.
Think about a performer, right?
Yeah.
Who needs to smoke before they go on stage, or have a drink before they go on stage, because they need to they need to let whatever it is that keeps them from them in the crowd and their stage fright, it breaks that barrier for them, right? They're self-conscious.
Understood.
And it takes away all that self-consciousness to be a little bit inebriated. Mm-hmm. I think it's the same situation.
But this is a relationship.
I think it's the same thing.
I think yes and no. I think it gets to a certain point that if your person needs to either able to just give
Sorry, go ahead. Let me
rock with me. If you're in a relationship for so long that you don't feel like your spouse can't talk to you without a drink, without a hit from a blunt, how does that make you feel? To the point where the only way that they can have a real conversation is if they're lit, and there's a point where they're low-key intoxicated to have a real conversation with you. How do you feel when you know you don't need to get there to have that conversation?
I don't disagree with you at all. I 1,000% agree with you.
That's but how you're not answering my question. How do you feel?
I'm about to answer right now.
Okay.
It's not a yes or no thing. It's no. It's like, no, I mean, it's not a yes. What I asked before wasn't a yes or no thing. Is yes. It is this. It's the same exact thing. It's not right that it's happening. Because no, I would feel some kind of way. If you got to be drunk to talk to me, then what the fuck are we doing? Like, I'm not drinking all the time. I don't even like to drink. So no, it's like, yeah, no, I'm not. That doesn't jive for me. But the situation I was saying is the same. Like, it doesn't matter about the time frame or not. It's this person to get rid of all self-consciousness, they need to get inebriated to be able to let that wall down and be vulnerable.
So do you think that person needs therapy? Like, what do you
They
think?
need something.
Like, because it has to be, and by all means, I'm not going to even say that I haven't had liquor courage where it actually helps me either put a little umph in my step or allow me to have some uncomfortable conversations that I don't want to have. However, I know that I can still have those conversations sober. I may not have as much oomph when I speak it, but I know my truth. And it's like the same way that I would feel, I would say it. It's just I may be more reluctant to understand that if it don't go my way, I'm going to take that L because I need to get it out, than more of me thinking logically, emotional intelligence, like, oh my gosh, will it affect us? What is it going to do? How am I going to respond? But when you lit, like, fuck it. Hey, you ain't shit. You ain't doing shit. And I need you to be better. And then it feel good. Until you don't remember what you said. And I think that's when it becomes toxic.
I just think that's more what I'm talking about when you don't remember what you said.
And I think that's the problem. I think the problem, no, because my thing is.
What you just explained is a logic person and a rational person. Like, you normally think in logic, but because you're drunk now, you're thinking irrationally. Like, my truth in logic is the same as my truth as I'm drunk. It's just that I'm delivering it differently.
Correct.
Like, that's different. I'm thinking about the person who is night and day.
Got it. Like, they drank, they blacked out, they came back. They don't even remember what they said.
Absolutely.
Okay. So that's a whole, we're advancing the conversation.
Cool.
Yeah. Those people, I think those are their truths, but I think those are truths that they realize sometimes may have been more about them than the actual person that they feel about.
That's fair.
And I think and that's why they haven't technically said it. Because sometimes you're hurting and you project and you realize that it's not really about that person that you're talking to. It's really about what you're going through.
Yeah.
And you don't see that, but that in that drunken state or the inebriated state, you're just belligerent with your words.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so that's why I think that there's a yes and no, because sometimes you may feel some type of way and you are warranted. You have the right to feel the way that you feel, but sometimes it adds fuel to the fire. I'm already fucked up. I know things about you, or I know you, and it's easy for me to tell you that you fucked up too, when in reality it's really about me and it's not about you.
Your yes and no answers be throwing me off. Because it's just yes. It's always just yes. Why don't you like to give definitives?
I do give definitives.
No, you don't.
Because I feel like there's different sides to each coin.
No, but in specifically in this situation, every time.
I don't always believe that I don't always believe that sometimes when you are in a altered state, whether it's on alcohol or any other thing, that's always your truth. That might be your truth in that moment, but sometimes that doesn't define you, and maybe that's not really what you want want to do in its entirety. Sometimes you may have this sense no, that's not the word. You might have a lapse of judgment where that moment you feel like yes, that's what I want to do, but in reality, that's not what you would really do. It's not. It's just that you just in a space where you are fueled with whether it's horniness, whether it's madness, whether it's sadness, whether it's happiness, that you just want to use a way to exploit that. And sometimes it's not always to the best of what you actually would want if you had sound mind and body.
It
like is, having sorry, Greg, what you was gonna say?
It's what you're talking, because you're putting it all in one.
Okay,
and it's
so separate it.
It's the truth. Okay, when you're drunk and you need to pee, the truth is I want to pee. I need to relieve myself. So what do people do when they're drunk? They find the first place they can go. Sometimes it's on the street because they just do not care. The truth is, I need to pee.
Okay.
And I'm going to pee.
Yes.
If I'm sober, the truth is still I need to pee, but I'm going to go to a bathroom. Right?
Okay.
Because I'm conscious enough to be
hear
able
what
to
you're saying
go
in
to
that
the bathroom.
scenario. I get
right?
it. Yeah.
Now I'm going to take it to someone who's like, I don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
but you are phony around me when you're not. Yeah, you're phony around me when you're conscious. The truth is, you don't like me, and I'm pretty sure you have told somebody. Yeah, I really don't fuck with you at all. I don't really fuck with that person, but I'm here because I'm sober. But if I'm drunk, let this person say the wrong thing to me. That's why I don't even like you anyway, because that's your truth.
See, you have two bangers, and I agree with you.
That you don't.
I'm gonna use a scenario where I'll just use a man is out and he happens to be drinking. He gets a little horny. Sees some chick, probably wouldn't even talk to her on a regular day, but she willing to throw the pussy, and he'll have sex with her, or vice versa.
He's horny.
Let's use the woman, because I feel like the woman is more. I feel like a man, it's easier for a man to just put his penis in something more than a woman would do it in that aspect. Now, I'm sorry. I just feel like that it's easier for a man to turn her over than a woman to really understand that I'm having sex with this man. But
different scenario. Okay.
Whatever. And she decides that she's had a few drinks and now she want to get pussy and like she want to have sex. It don't matter who it is. She just wants to do it.
That's the truth.
At that moment. Mm-hmm. But in reality, if she took 2 steps back and she probably drunk some water, I understand what you're saying, Greg. But I'm saying that in the idea that she had the moment where she drunk some water, 2 steps, she wouldn't have done it. The idea that she has continued to intoxicate herself, she's decided to have sex with a random person, and now she regrets it in the morning.
It was the truth in the moment.
Okay. Doesn't change that she regrets it though.
No, it doesn't. I'm not talking about the regret.
And that's what so you're saying that someone could still tell you, like, I don't like you, but you weren't supposed to know I don't like you.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow. I hear you. I'm with you. Okay. I get it. I'm here. So in regards, so it's a yes. Nah, sometimes I be talking about shit like I really be wanting somebody and I don't really be wanting them like that. It just be sounding good because I'm in my feelings and I won't act on it at all.
What if they throw themselves at you?
Doesn't matter. Nothing's gonna happen. It's just because I just know that I can.
That's good self-control.
I'm in that space only because like the idea that it's not hard to have sex, especially as a woman, doesn't always mean that you have to throw your pussy out there for somebody to catch it. Sometimes a tease is more enticing than actually going through it. Okay.
That's shout outs to you. Hello. Welcome to the end of the show. New dialogue. New dialogue is how we end the show. We talk about things that we found interesting this past week. You got anything?
You can go, Greg.
Thank God summer's almost over. That's my new dialogue.
That's it?
Yep.
I thought you already talked about Oppenheimer, and that's why you couldn't really bring it
up.
Yo,
go see Oppenheimer. That shit was amazing.
Okay. I was actually looking at movies. I was like, which is so crazy. Because we've been so out of touch with actually going to the movies, which I have, although like outside of that. But it's like I don't go to like the movie apps or whatever to see what's out anymore. I'm automatically assuming I'm going to see it on the streaming platform eventually, that I'm not going to waste my time. But I do believe that there are some shows and movies some movies that should be in the movie theater that I would love to see in the movie theater. But because I'm just so not in tune with going to the movie theater anymore, even the dine and the movie dine, it's not convenient anymore. No. There's no point in it. At this point, it's like buying popcorn.
My favorite time to go to the movies now is at like 11 o'clock a.m.
Why?
1, the tickets are discounted.
Of course. That's
2, nobody's there.
That's it?
It's amazing.
I'm talking about the dine-in movie, Greg. I'm talking about the movies that bring you the food, Greg. I'm talking about the place that like you get to before you can sit down, press a button, they come to you, you order, great. Now you gotta order before you go. No,
it's great.
Oh, you're ordering food and stuff?
Yeah,
do they bring it to you
way faster? It's great.
Oh, but you still gotta order before you go now. Before we used to be able to sit down and order our food.
That's only in East Orange though.
Oh, because people steal too much.
I guess so, cause like the one at
Short Hills?
No, fucking Westfield. What the fuck is the name of that called? Plaza, Garden State Plaza.
Oh.
They still you do it at the chair.
Oh, okay. That's what I used to like. I used to like that.
And doing that shit at 11 o'clock is so much better.
I guess. I might try to go see that movie. I like to go see movies by myself, so whatever.
It's 3 hours long.
That's okay. I saw Pirates of the Caribbean by myself. That was 3 hours long.
I've never seen none of those movies.
I love those movies.
Really?
Yeah, I really do. Like, I'm really into those, like, so much.
Also, I saw the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah, you did.
It was great, right?
Yeah.
But I'm mad no one told me about this damn Peaches song.
You like it?
Fucking amazing.
This is the second Peaches song you like.
I did like the Peaches song with the Beebs, but fucking Seth Rogen singing Peaches?
You ran it back? Like, actually, the song, like the word Peaches?
Peaches, 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 peaches. I really love you. That shit was amazing.
Yeah, it sounded like something that y'all would have made in the lab.
I was crying.
I'm screaming.
Rewind it like a couple of times. Then they played it again at the end.
And then you put it on your playlist.
I didn't even check.
I'm screaming.
Peaches, 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 peaches. That shit's funny as fuck.
Yeah, it's to you.
I think a lot of people.
Nah.
I guess not because
I didn't even try to watch it, but maybe I'll try. I don't know.
It's a pretty good movie.
Okay. Do you like the writing?
Yeah.
Or is it because you like Mario Brothers? Because I like Mario Brothers too.
I don't care for Nintendo.
Okay, I did. I grew up on Nintendo, so.
But yeah, I thought the writing was good. Like
and Dreamcast.
They did all the stereotype jokes, which was really funny. They did good.
Shout out to you writers. Hope y'all got paid and y'all continue to get paid.
I'm pretty sure Steph got paid.
Yeah, he's probably an executive producer on it. Mine new dialogue is shout out to Loud Mouth Stereo with Shan and Greg, not this Greg, but another Greg. I was on their pod recently on Stereo, and it was dope. They always have great conversations. Greg is like the mogul of marketing, money, and how you make money while being great, whether it's crypto or podcasting or just social media. Shout out to you. Shan is a multi-talented podcaster that has several podcasts in itself and can literally tell you how to podcast, show you how to podcast, and at the same time be on the podcast with you and be great. I love all of them. So that is my new dialogue. I want to shout out to them.
I got beef with you and Shan.
With me and Shan?
Yeah.
Why?
Because y'all tweeted or X'd or posted.
Yeah.
Or the fuck that shit is called.
Yeah.
That everyone don't need a podcast.
His daddy and his mama call him Twitter. I'm going to call him Twitter. His daddy and his mama call him Twitter. I'm going to call him Twitter. Continue. Just
okay.
Twitter.
Y'all said everybody don't need a podcast.
No.
That's not nice to say.
No, first of all, podcasting is the idea that you're having a conversation like ourselves or an interview. There are different platforms or different facets of podcasts. But that doesn't just mean that everybody that can press record is in the same space. And sometimes you have your own little community that you could talk to them. Everybody doesn't need to hear your thoughts.
That community maybe want to hear them on the podcast.
For them.
So they can start their own podcast.
Okay. I don't think.
You just agree with me.
No, I don't think that everybody needs a podcast. I think everybody, because the thing is, the one thing that I can say about two things: consistency and the idea of being able to always have a different topic, conversation, or aspect to intrigue your listeners to still tap into you. Everybody doesn't have that. Some people have one conversation in them. Some people have 5 conversations in them. Some people have 20 conversations in them. They don't have 100 and something conversations in them. Some people just can't make it or stay consistent. So don't tell me that you have a podcast if you got 5 episodes. I want you to understand that podcasting is not just a sense of talking. It's about understanding that it's not just about you. It's about the content that you want to provide to your community and the people that want to tap into you.
But that is all still perspective.
Okay. Do you want everybody you know to have a podcast?
If they want to start one, somebody want to listen to them.
I never said that if you want to start a podcast, not start a podcast. I'm just saying everybody that started podcasts don't need to be starting no podcast.
Because you say so?
Those are just my thoughts. I think it's a variation of thoughts. I don't think I'm the only person that feels that way. There's some people that I believe that may have great content but don't have the voice to be able to, and this might sound crazy, but to be able to, for people to receive their message. There's some people, I'd use that in a sense of audibles. I listen to audibles very much from the books that I read, and sometimes I can lose the idea, the thought, or even the words of the book because of how the person is reading. I can't listen to them. Their voice sounds whiny. They don't seem like I can understand them properly. It makes me lose out from the book because I don't like your voice. So unfortunately, it's not like content is the problem. Sometimes it's the sound of your voice. Some people have too high, like there's certain things that people can't listen to on a regular basis or on a consistent basis because your voice sounds whiny or unattractive or something that they can't listen to on a regular basis or for a long period of time. That's a thing.
That is perspective.
Okay.
Because somebody does like their voice.
Sure.
No?
Yes, you're right, Greg.
If you want to start a podcast, start a goddamn podcast.
You do that.
Listen to y'all bullies online.
I think you're not even you're thinking about the little man. You're not even thinking about the people that are only doing for malicious intent. You're not thinking about the people that take the time to really just manipulate people's personalities because they feel like they have the means to do it.
That's what they want to use their platform for, be my guest.
You want everybody to be great.
That's what they want to do. I'm not saying that is right or wrong.
Yes, he does. Greg wants the scammers and non-scammers to be great. Shout out to you, Greg.
They already are great. So, right?
I like it. Okay. With that being said, Greg.
If you're a negative person, don't start a podcast.
No, there's some people that like negativity, Greg, like you said.
That's true.
There's a community for everyone. That's how cults get started.
Okay, I take my thoughts back. No, I don't take my thoughts back. I understand where you guys are coming from.
Shout out to you, Greg. Greg, you want to let them know how they can find you and how they can find us?
Yeah. Find us on X, formerly known as Twitter.
It's Twitter. When I put in my phone Twitter, X come up.
I know. So it's X, formerly known as Twitter.
It's like, you think they're trying to do the Prince thing?
Oh. No.
A symbol.
The symbol.
Yeah. Stay away. You don't get that. That's not for you. It was done already by a black man. Go ahead.
They should just call it X Twitter. I would be okay with that, or Twitter X.
Yeah, that sounds like somebody scoring. Go ahead, keep scoring.
At Greg Nelson 26. At JustAConvo _pod.
On
Instagram.
Not everywhere.
X, Twitter. YouTube.
Yes. TikTok.
Toctic.
Yes. There's going to be other things. I'm going to talk to Greg about that because I think that we should need to kind of expand our platform a little bit. But you can find me, my amazing individuals, at on Twitter or X or Twitter. I understand the feeling. I don't like it. At GCarly7, and that's GQARLY and the number 7. If you forgot today, if someone didn't tell you today, if you need to be reminded today, if today was just a good day, even if it wasn't the greatest day, Greg and I want you to go be great. Gigi.